We've loved what we've seen from Port Adelaide today. They're the big story. Their first official game, I guess, under Josh Carr, and there was a lot to like, Kingy.
Do you have a honeymoon period? When you've been there for a while as an assistant coach, do you still get the honeymoon period as a senior coach? Because that's what it looked like today to me. They played with an energy and an attitude that West Coast couldn't match.
Yeah, I agree. And we spoke about Andrew McWalter in his second year. Well, Josh Carr, pseudo first year last year, but real first one this year, and they set standards. Defensively, I thought their tackling, their pressure, their intensity for really 4 quarters, that was what was so impressive. So don't worry about the honeymoon period. They've set the standard for the rest of this year now, and they need to keep bringing that.
Zach Butter said post-game he's been enjoying it under Josh Carr thus far, and he was super impressive today. How much game time, Kingy, in the end? 36 disposals, 2 goals in...
Less than 70. I'm not sure the exact number in the end, but he spent the last 6 or 7 minutes on the pine. He'd done enough. 36 disposals in 70% ground time is ridiculous, but he was ferocious early. And when you're looking for a leader to set those standards, his first 20 minutes is worth watching. If you can see yourself being an AFL level midfielder, watch this guy's tape, because the way he plays brings the whole 23 with him. He was sensational. 10 disposals, 2 goals in the first quarter. He separated the game.
Well, I know there's going to be a lot of talk about his contract, but in the end, he needs to perform. You can't just get paid because you could be good. You've got to be good, and if you're doing that in the pre-season, I think he knows that, clearly. If you're going to get paid, then you come out and play like that, he will be a $2 million player.
He looks like he's going to perform under all that speculation in season 2026. What about the kids, the West Coast young draft picks? We asked Andrew McWalter pre-game, are they in the mix for round 1? He said yes, they'll definitely be in the mix, and from what we've seen today, we hope so.
Yeah, well, those 3 draftees will play. Josh Lindsay there with the kick to William Dersma, and then Cooper Duff-Tytler with a little hand pass there. They'll all play round 1 as far as I can see, and they've got to play them. That's where West Coast's at. Just being done by close to 80 points in a pre-season game. What have you got to lose? You need to put games into these players that they've invested high draft picks in, and they're not just going to get gifted games. I think they're really high-quality talent.
It doesn't matter if they're gifted games early. They've got to get 50 or 60 games into these guys in a hurry. But they performed today. I was really impressed with these younger guys. In that comeback period, middle second term, it was Baker and the 3 young guys that actually got the ball rolling, waiting for Yo to get involved, waiting for Owies to do something that commanded a bit of respect from the group. But it was the 3 youngsters. They did more than just fill a spot today.
Get some games into them. Let's fast-track their development. Just before we go and sign off here, there's a huge story. It's very unusual that we see such a huge story break on the eve of the season, but it's coming out of Melbourne, and that is Steven May, and he has announced his retirement on social media this afternoon. So obviously there were some reports circulating that perhaps an announcement would be made tomorrow, but he has gone ahead and announced his retirement on social media. He said it's been such a difficult decision to make on the eve of the season, but it's the right decision for him, his family and the footy club. Your first reactions? Obviously there's going to be more and more coming out of this story, but your first reaction when you heard the news?
I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. I think he's read the writing on the wall that he's not going to be part of their plans in any meaningful way going forward. He's had the off-field sort of setback, hasn't been at training and part of the program for a little while, and then that sort of run its natural course, really. He's been a super player, 2-time All-Australian, a major part of that football club when they're in that premiership period of 2021. But it's sad to see it finish this way, but that's what happens. It spares no one.
Well, it's a massive thing to happen at the start of the season, though. I mean, he's been a part of... They thought he'd be a part of the group. I mean, that's why he's on the list still. So, yeah, I think there's more to come on that one, definitely. But huge story that he's done it, and social media, I mean, that's how we break the news these days anyway.
Yep, that is definitely will be more on Fox Footy, on all their news platforms. So a story to follow closely over the next few days, because as you said, there's probably more and more details going to come out over the next 48 hours.